The human body is an amazing thing. You know, it was created to last forever and never die. Think about it. Every day, 3 billion cells are renewed. Over a period of time, all the cells in our body, they're renewed. There's a saying that every 7 years you get a new body because all of our cells in all of our organs, throughout our whole body, our skin, our hair, our nails, all of those cells are replaced over a period of time. The only ones are the eyes and the brain cells that do not get replaced. It's an amazing thing. It's even designed to produce its own vitamins, some nutrients you have to get from outside, but our body makes its own vitamins. All we need is air, water, and some added nutrients, and it will last. It even has a repair system. In case there is damage, it's designed to repair the body. It's just there waiting. That's why I don't understand how they can tell us that there are incurable diseases. How is it incurable when the body can fight against anything that comes against it? When you look deeper, I realize that, okay, they just want to treat the symptoms. They want to tell us it's incurable so that we don't look for a cure because they're not looking for a cure. They want to treat symptoms because it's just a cash cow. You keep coming back for more medication only to treat the symptoms. They don't want you to be cured because there's no money in the cure. Who is they? Big Pharma. Every commercial you see now on television telling you if you feel a certain way, you need this new drug, that new drug. And they're just brainwashing us, conditioning us to be hooked on drugs. But in our body, we have a repair system that's better than any medication you can take, and it's our stem cells. Stem cells are designed to repair the body. Anything that's wrong, the stem cells are there to repair them. Stem cells are different from other cells in the body in that they divide and renew themselves over a long time. They're also unspecialized, so they cannot do specific functions in the body like heart cells does heart functions, kidney cells does kidney functions. Stem cells aren't like that. They're like spare parts. They're just blank. But they have the potential to become specialized cells. Just like any organ cells, muscle cells, stem cells have the potential to become those. So if there's something wrong with your lung, your heart, your kidney, even your skin, stem cells have the potential to become those cells, thus repairing the body. Now, doctors and scientists are excited about this because imagine the potential to repair your organ with stem cells. The only problem is, you remember this guy, the Maytag repairman? By the age of 30 years old, 50% of your stem cells become dormant. By the time you reach 60, 90% of your stem cells become dormant. About 300,000 patients are treated for hip fractures annually in the United States alone, and about 42% of fall injury events result in hospitalization. Falls are a leading cause of death from injury for those 65 and older. The risk of death or serious injury increases with age. Why? Because you cannot heal with 90% of your stem cells dormant. Like the Maytag repairman, they just fall asleep. Now, what doctors have done is they found ways to get stem cells and inject them into the body. For example, if you had a problem with your knee, they could inject stem cells into your knee. Now, they get these stem cells from different sources, some from umbilical cords, embryos, even animals. Whether it's ethical or not, that's for you to decide. But they will take these stem cells and inject it into your body. Now, there's a chance that it works, chance that it won't. It costs thousands of dollars. It's very expensive. Doctors find that promising because they're using these stem cells designed to repair our body and putting it right where the body needs it. There's no guarantee that it's going to work. I think it would be better if we just found a way that we could activate the dormant stem cells. Wake up that sleepy Maytag repairman. It's already in your body, so there's no injection needed. It's not going to cost a lot of money. Just find a way to activate the stem cells already in our body instead of injecting something foreign into our body. In walks David Schmidt, the founder, CEO, and inventor of the X39 patch. Now, let me tell you a little bit about David. David's experience in business and product development spans over 30 years, and he holds over 100 patents on the X39. The LifeWave technology was born out of 3 years of intense research by David for the U.S. military into the concept of being able to naturally increase energy and stamina through elevation of fat burning, utilizing wireless communication to the human body via phototherapy. What does that mean? Well, all of these so-called uncurable diseases have been reversed using the X39 patch. Just a simple patch worn on the back of the neck or below the belly button. And we've got testimonials here, people with high blood pressure, congestive heart failure, multiple sclerosis, on and on and on, that are being reversed just by wearing the patch.
I thank God that she came to my house. She gave me 3 patches. She said, just put them on. So I wore them. The first day I wore them. Like, I have a very enlarged prostate, and I've been going to the bathroom, getting up every night, 5 times a night for the past 10 or 15 years. I noticed on the first day I wore the patch, that night, I only got up 3 times. I said, oh, that's interesting. The second day, that night, I only got up 2 times to go to the bathroom. The third patch, the third day, I only got up 1 time. I said, wait a minute. So I said, Deborah, I don't know what's in these patches, but I need some more. So I called her, and I went and ordered, I think it was a gold pack, whatever it was. And so, oh my God. And from that point on, I have not gotten up barely 1 time a night since October of last year. And I have a very enlarged prostate. Now, you men out there who are listening, my PSA count is 42. So you know what that means. It should be around 3 or 4 at my age, and I'm 64 years old. So you know I was getting up that many times at night.
Okay, I'm going to cut this pretty quickly because I respect your time. But long story short, I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure, and it was not good. I didn't have any energy. I was arguing with God. I was tired all the time. I'd take my kids to the bus stop at 6 in the morning, come back home, have to get into bed and lay down. My wife was wondering what was going on with me. It was just a terrible struggle. After my argument with God one day, the next day in the mail, I got these patches. And my good friend Lester Berry sent them to me, but he only sent me 3. And so I tried those 3, and quite frankly, I didn't feel anything, nothing happened. But I thank God that I was persistent in getting on these calls and listening to testimony after testimony after testimony. And I realized that all these people cannot be lying. So I decided to come on board. I ordered the top package. I got all these packages in the mail, and I started wearing the patch. They said in 6 months, your heart begins to reverse in age. I was pretty desperate. So I gave it a try. February 1st, I started. And I'll tell you, it took about 3 weeks for my body to begin to respond. So everybody's body is a black box. You respond differently. There's 2 flights of stairs going up to my office, and I would get to the top and I'd be out of breath. And then one day I noticed I went up these 2 flights of stairs and I wasn't breathing hard. I went back down, came back up. Went back down, came back up, 6 flights of stairs, and I realized something is going on. I feel better. So I called my cardiologist in October, and I said, hey, I need my heart retested. I think I'm better. So they were so booked up, they couldn't get me in until January of this year. So I went in, they tested my heart. They told me they'd call me. They told me they'd post it online, the results. I said, fine. I went to my office. I was meeting with clients online. And I noticed my phone kept ringing, and I looked down, it was overlay cardiology. So now I'm nervous, like, what is wrong? Why are they blowing my phone up? So I hurried up off my calls. I called the cardiologist, the assistant answered. She said, we want to talk to you about your results. And I was like, listen, I'm not being mean, but you need to cut to the chase. What's going on? I mean, am I dying? Is something wrong? And she said, no. And then she told me something that really rocked my world. She said, your heart is back to normal. And so I praised God. I hollered, screamed, picked back up the phone. She was like, hello. And I said, I just knew my heart was better, but I needed proof. She began to read my file to me, which I didn't know. The cardiologist never told me. She said, I see in the notes that you're on medication, and with medication, your heart should get better, but it'll never be back to normal. And I see in the notes the cardiologist said with blood thinners, heart medications, and so forth, we should be able to extend this life for 5 years. That really floored me. Excuse me. Okay, so long story short, my ejection fraction rate was 17. I didn't even know what that meant. I Googled it. As I'm talking to her, the screen came up and said, you are a heart transplant candidate. That floored me. So my heart is now back above normal. And I praise God for his healing. I thank God for Lester for sending me the patch. I got a lot of good friends on the call today. It means a lot to me because it saved my life. I'm able to see my kids grow up. So I'm not here to convince you. I'm here to tell you what it did for me. If you have someone you care about, someone you love, share, tell them about it. This technology is unlike anything in the world, and it allows your body to naturally heal itself. And so again, I thank God. I thank God for all of you on the call tonight. And let's just do this. You know people that are hurting. You know people that are sick. You know people in pain. Just tell them about it. It's all you have to do.
28 years prior, I had been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. I've been taking 3 shots a day for 28 years, 15 units a day. I have been praying for something to come along because, giving yourself shots is just not the best part of the day.
Yeah.
So after 2 months of being on the patch, my blood sugar had really done some amazing things. It just balanced out. But it started waking me up at 3:30 and 4 o'clock in the morning because my blood sugar was dropping too low. I wear a Libre monitor, and the alarm would go off at 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning and wake me up because my blood sugar was down to 68, 65. So I haven't had a shot since the 1st of July. And I feel amazing. I'm back in the gym. This is divine appointment, man. There's no other way to put that. This is an assignment that people need to understand that if there are certain people that won't hear about this unless you tell them.
Let's see what Danny Glover has to say about this.
Danny, are you on?
I'm on right here. Can people hear me?
Can you all hear him?
I have been using it. I can't wait to see Dr. Bill tomorrow.
All right.
I can't wait. I don't know what it is. But everything seems to be working differently. I put the patch ice on my knee for the 2 days, and the pain is gone. I wear the X39 in 2 places, only 2 places, and I've been using this, and it's incredible. I don't know. It's funny. I get on my station bicycle, and I'm moving like I was 20 years ago. I can't believe it.
Well, I live with fibromyalgia more than 20 years now, but I have lived with intense pain, with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, palpitations, insomnia, because fibromyalgia comes with a very wide variety of symptoms that you can experience all together or at different times. But the pain is one of the characteristics thing, is always there. And in my case, my back and my right hip are 2 of the areas that are just always in pain. The other thing that comes with it is extreme fatigue. So I'm tired a lot. The insomnia does not help. But even if you get a full night's sleep, you still wake up feeling really exhausted when you have fibromyalgia. Sometimes just taking a shower is exhausting. In about 5 days, I started to see some relief. So I'm in my 5th week of using the patch. I'm sleeping better. The pain in my hip is literally gone. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's gone. I had a strain in my back in addition to the fibromyalgia pain in my back. And my back, it is healed. I had tendonitis in my left palm, which was really, really bad. And for weeks, like maybe 2-3 months, I could barely use my left hand. I've taken off the brace. I'm able to use my left hand with no problem at all. I've gone back to driving because I had stopped driving for a little while because of the pain between my hip and my left hand. I've gone back to driving. I'm sleeping better. And just in general, I'm doing so much better.
We are here at Miss Louise Wilson, and we started her on the patches, and I bought her a ice wave patch, and she's been having problems with her hands. And she was unable to move her hand, that right hand which she just waved. And she was telling me that she had pain in it. And we figured out where to put that patch, and would you show them where the patches are? We got patches. She got the ice wave patch on, one on the left and one on the right. And now, show what you're able to do. Were you able to do that a few minutes ago?
No, not with this hand.
She was not able to open her right hand or do what she's doing. What's the pain level now?
I don't feel any pain when I do it now.
She don't have any pain. And what was your pain level a few minutes ago?
At 8. It started out at an 8.
Her pain level was at an 8. And we just put this ice wave patch on her, and within probably it hadn't even been 5 minutes. And now she said, I wasn't able to open my right hand like this. How long has this been going on?
I went to the doctor on June 25th. So it's been going on since then.
Okay.
And in the morning when I would get up, I couldn't stretch it out without taking this hand and opening it.
Wow. My goodness. And I'm selling these patches, and I've never seen the ice wave patch work, because this is my first time actually applying it. But it works. If you're having pain, hey, give us a call. God bless. Sister Lou, are you satisfied?
I am.
Amen. Are you a believer now?
I am. I am.
He's a personal friend of mine, Dr. Joe Duggar, MD from Searcy, Arkansas.
Yeah, a little less than 5 months ago, my sister-in-law asked me to look into the patch, and I'd never heard of the X39 or LifeWave. Had been a big fan, and still, was looking for ways to incorporate photobiomodulation and stem cell therapy. When I looked into this and saw the science behind it, how beneficial it was, that was so exciting to me. And 6 months ago, I would say everyone needs to expect to live into their 90s. Now with this technology, I really legitimately say we should expect to live into our 100s and beyond, if we're taking care of our bodies. Personally, I've been using the patch for about 4 months, and then on my patients about the same time period. I couldn't tell you all of the testimonies, but I'll hit some of the highlights. I've seen inflammatory bowel disease virtually disappear in less than 6 weeks in a young man who was in between treatments and had failed Remicade. Really, one of the most impressive things is the neurodegenerative diseases that I'm seeing improve, that we have no other treatments for in the world of Western medicine, and really, as far as I know, other than these stem cell patches, anywhere else. But Alzheimer's dementia has already been mentioned, but I've seen several now who are cognitively improving to the point that they can do things again, like drive when they weren't driving anymore. One person that I know of who has Parkinson's, whose tremor was so bad that he couldn't write and he couldn't feed himself. And in less than 1 week on the X39, his tremor completely went away. That's miraculous. There's nothing out there in our modern medicine world otherwise that does that.
You guys probably heard my testimony in the past where I'm an athlete and I play golf every day, and I had arthritis in my fingers. So I started wearing the patch, say mid-April. Okay, had a big golf tournament in Arizona in May. So I had wore the patch for like a few weeks, and I was able to play golf 5 days in a row. No pain in my body, no arthritis in my fingers, no pain at all. That's not the good part. The best part is I had congestive heart failure maybe 2 years ago, right? So I've been going to cardiologists and been charting I have a book where I chart my blood pressure, okay? Since I've been wearing the patch, do you know my blood pressure has normalized? It has normalized. You're talking about 128/74. Okay. So I'm 66 years old. So that's very, very important for me. It's very important to have that recovery, to play golf another day. Very important to be at peak state, not to be all lackadaisical and have that clarity in your mind. The patches do work. If you haven't been patched up, get patched up.
Maybe everybody's lying. Maybe it's one big conspiracy and all these people got together and they're telling these stories. Well, let's look at some horses, because horses don't lie.
You may have already heard about LifeWave wearable technology, wafer-thin, lightweight patches that produce remarkable health benefits. If you're still working to wrap your mind around the more than 80 independent clinical and research studies that back up LifeWave claims, or if you just simply love this technology already and enjoy seeing it work fast, we've brought you to a quiet farm in Southern California to witness the instant power of LifeWave. Not on humans, but on horses. Because after all, horses can't be told how to react to this amazing technology. They just do, virtually every time. In fact, 2 published studies in 2005 and 2011 involving no fewer than 175 horses, one of them with a placebo-controlled element, showed significant reduction in pain using LifeWave, as shown by before and after infrared thermal images, plus generally accepted veterinarian methods for locating and measuring pain points in horses. I wanted to see for myself, and you'll get to watch right along with me. John Chance, a distributor in LifeWave since 2004, has been working within the equine industry with horse owners and rodeo competitors for years, patching thousands of horses along the way to help relieve their pain and discomfort. This Facebook video is a great example. John first locates the discomfort, then does his best to carefully place a patch near the pain. Not so easy. And just seconds later, the horse is calm and no longer reacting to pressure. Today, John has gathered several horses so we can see for ourselves what happens as he applies patches, with their owners looking on. Didn't take him too long to find some pain.
That's pain.
On goes the patch. And then look at the difference.
Stand right here.
Oh, wow.
And just push as hard as I can.
Here's another one.
Okay, that's pain.
Patch goes on.
No reaction. Pain is gone.
And now watch this.
About went to his knees. When I done this a minute ago, what the horse done? The horse kind of stumbled.
But once again, with LifeWave to the rescue.
You see horse?
I see.
No reaction.
No reaction, okay. Now what John did next really does bring focus to how fast this technology can work.
I removed the patch.
Oh.
I'm gonna take them off. Pain's probably already back, watch.
No kidding. He's reacting.
Reacting. Again.
Just like that.
Yep. And we're gonna repatch again.
And it won't react?
Won't react.
On go the patches again.
Wow.
I heard a wow over there.
Yeah. Till you see it in person, they don't believe it. All right?
And with the patches back on? Look at that. Oh, that's incredible.
And again. See, I'm just digging in that spot.
Yes, you are.
I'm digging, more pressure. And this is danger zone. I'm asking this horse and inviting this horse to kick me.
He's calmed down. He's calmed down.
Unbelievable. So basically, you know, the whole point of this, doing this in the first place, John, is that horses, they don't know anything other than to be a horse and to react to what's going on. They don't know placebo. They have no agenda. And that's the whole point of this, is to say that this technology works that fast, whether it's a horse or whether it's a human. So you know what you need to do next. You need to get patched.
Let's look at the long-term results of the X39. And these are per case studies, not just theory. The first few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset. The brain becomes balanced within 6 weeks. Within 3 months, your collagen is increased. What does that mean, folks? You start looking younger. Your body starts developing collagen and crow's feet, wrinkles start filling in. Within 6 months, the heart reverses in age. This is not anti-aging, this is age reversal. It's phenomenal. Well, how does it work? It's simple. It's phototherapy. People think that you go out in the sun and the sun gives you vitamin D. No, not really. The sun shines on your skin, and that frequency of light causes your body to create vitamin D. And that's phototherapy, just like photosynthesis with the sun shining on the plants. Watch this little video and it'll explain it a little better.
Light, an ancient form of energy that goes back to the dawn of time. For us, it all begins with the sun, the source of light and life for our entire solar system. Even Einstein concluded that everything we're made of contains light. All life originates with the sun through photosynthesis. Plants and vegetation collect the light, and all living creatures emit light. Humans actually emit infrared light, which can be seen with night vision devices. We've known for centuries that light has many effects on the body. LifeWave's phototherapy patches use light to stimulate the body's natural healing systems, providing specific health benefits. Here's how the technology works. First, a patch is applied to specific points on the body. Where the patch covers the skin, infrared light emitted from the body is reflected back into the tissue. This stimulates the skin, which in turn stimulates specific regions of the brain. The brain then taps into the body's own natural flow of energy and the ability to heal itself. Let's take a look at why this is important on a cellular level. For example, a number of our patch products help counteract free radicals, oxygen molecules that damage cell proteins and contribute to visible signs of aging. When the body is stimulated through phototherapy to release its own antioxidants, these free radicals are neutralized naturally. LifeWave. Live long. Live well.
Now let's hear from the inventor, David Schmidt.
Please share with us how the amazing X39 technology works. We got a lot of brand partners that are brand new, so they really want to hear from you. And then we got some highly sophisticated, educated doctors in the room, so kind of relate to all of them on how this technology works.
Yeah, so the first thing to understand, I suppose, is that our bodies are based on light as a form of communication. We have a bioelectrical system in our body, which is all based on math and geometry. And if we can understand what this biological code is, we can do some really remarkable things with it. So the current direction of my research is looking at species that are immortal, and looking at codes, the mathematical codes that we find in the Bible and mathematical codes that we find in nature, which I now think of as being God's fingerprint. And we can use this information to support the body's natural healing systems in ways that haven't been available before. So with the patches, which is one of many different technologies that we'll come out with. I know we'll probably talk a little bit about what's in store for the future, which is incredibly exciting. But on the patches, because this is our foundational technology and our foundational products, they stimulate the skin with a blend of different wavelengths of light that are modulated to contain information. So what does this mean? If we think of laser communications, which have been around for many, many decades now, and that's how fiber optics work. We're going to take a laser, we modulate the light to contain information, and then at the receiving end, that light is unpacked and decoded, and now we can hear voice or see video. So the human body essentially works the same way, meaning that light is emitted from the cells. And actually, how light is emitted from the cells is an incredibly fascinating subject because it's coming from the DNA and the hydrogen bonds in the DNA. And that light emission has actually come from the spiritual realm, you might say. But what this all means is that in the thousands and thousands of different biochemical reactions that are occurring at any one time, there are pulses of coherent laser-like light that is emitted from the DNA, emitted from the cells, and this orchestrates and initiates the changing biochemical environment in the cell. So what this means is that now, through normal course of aging, our glutathione or our copper peptide levels would decrease. But if we know the code where we can stimulate the skin and communicate with the body and say, hey, I'd like to increase those copper peptide levels, and I want to improve the activity of the stem cells in the body. If we know that code, then it's nothing more complicated than stimulating the skin with those wavelengths of light to instruct the cells to elevate the copper peptide. And the exciting thing is that that's only the beginning. What we can do with light-based technology is nothing short of extraordinary.
We've done over 80 independent case studies. And folks, these are different laboratories, colleges, universities, and they've all come to the conclusion The X39 patch works to increase copper peptide production in the blood, which can improve tissue repair, stimulate blood vessel and nerve growth, and improve skin. One of the studies, a double-blind randomized control study. Now, folks, a double-blind study is a study where the participant nor the researcher, neither one of them knew which one was the placebo and which one was the real deal. It revealed a significant increase in the production of 8 amino acids, which improved short-term memory, sleep, and vitality. That's amazing. That's why so many dementia patients are getting reversals with dementia, because short-term memory is what affects dementia patients. Another double-blind test showed a significant increase in copper peptide concentrations in the blood of subjects who had worn the X39 patches for just 1 week. One of the most important jobs of copper peptide is to increase healthy stem cell activity in your body. That's why increasing the copper peptide in your body is so important. These are facts about the X39. It's proven to activate healthy stem cells. They're proven to increase copper peptide, patented and clinically proven technology. I'm so excited about that. This is not another soap powder, another super fruit. This is patented and clinically proven technology. FDA recognized as a general wellness product. The FDA does not need to approve this because it is neither a food nor a drug. It's a class 1 medical device, like a tongue depressor, a Band-Aid, a stethoscope. They cannot harm you. It's non-transdermal and non-invasive. Unlike a nicotine patch, which is transdermal, nicotine transfers from the patch into your body. This is non-transdermal and non-invasive. It's actually sealed in plastic, so nothing can transfer, and that makes it waterproof and shower-proof and swim in the pool proof. It's 96% effective and very affordable, less than the cost of a cup of coffee. Imagine you can get your health back for less than the cost of a cup of coffee. And for the 4% that may not have found any effect, it's got a money back guarantee. So you've got nothing to lose. What if it works and you can get your health back? All right, what next, folks? Get with the person that invited you here and ask them about the X39 patch, how you can get it. Get patched, whatever you do. One more thing, this company did $400 million in business last year. This year, we're slated to do $1 billion. That's a lot of money. And that's because mainly people are sick and tired of being sick and tired. But when they hear about a way that somebody that's paralyzed from a stroke can get unparalyzed again, somebody with congestive heart failure can have their heart new again, reverse in age, people are going nuts over this. Well, the company will pay handsomely if you are willing to share the word about the X39 patch. Get with the person that invited you here